Namaste. My name is Sierra G, and today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute slow flow practice. Slow flow is great to really start to hone in on the effort and ease that goes into practicing yoga. It's a great opportunity to refine the postures, focus on expanding lung capacity, and really deepening the breath. So we'll start by just lying flat on our backs, and we'll begin with the breath. Just becoming aware of where the breath is moving in the body. So allow yourself to lie down, let the toes turn out towards the corners of the mat. Let the palms face up towards the ceiling. Feel the shoulders relax. And feel the tailbone grounding into the mat. And just becoming aware of any tenderness in the body. And acknowledging anything that maybe feels particularly good in the body today. And before we get started with our yoga practice, I like to start with a full body scan. Taking our attention to the part of the body that is furthest away from the mind, the very tips of the toes, and slowly moving the awareness all the way up to the crown of the head. And just observing where the breath is flowing in the body. Are we shallow breathing, keeping all the air and oxygen in the upper part of the chest? Or are we getting the air nice and deep so that it helps the circulation and flows as deeply as it can to the lower parts of the body? As you inhale, take your attention to your belly button so that the belly rises like you're filling up a glass of water. And as you exhale, like you're drinking the glass of water. And just moving like that with the belly. As you inhale, feel the belly rise. As you exhale, drinking the glass of water. And it may help to place a hand on the belly and a hand on the chest. Just to start to get more focused on the breath. Allow the eyes to close. And take your attention to your third eye gaze. And starting to welcome in this stillness before we start movement. And as you lie here, Let the corners of the mouth turn up so that the body is smiling. Sending signals to the brain that we can release all the feel-good chemicals we need for the body to be happy and healthy. Serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, oxytocin. Very gently start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, turn the head from side to side. And allow your next inhale to bring the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. And as you exhale, bring the knees in towards the chest. And just creating a slight rocking sensation side to side. And let the left leg go long. Hold on to that right knee. Feel yourself slightly kicking through the right heel so that we can start to activate the calf muscle. And continue to hold and breathe. As you exhale, gently guide that right knee over the left hip, over to the left side of the mat. And let the right arm extend out from the collarbone. And if the neck is happy and healthy, maybe you take your gaze towards your right hand. And hold and breathe 3 deep, slow breaths. Allow your next inhale to bring the right leg right back to center. And let that leg go long up the wall. Feel yourself kicking through that right heel. And just begin to circle out the ankle. Point and flex the toes. Squeeze the toes together and then spread the toes apart. Just giving the feet some TLC. Continuing to focus on that breath as if we're filling the glass of water as we inhale and drinking the glass of water as we exhale. Let's continue to hold the leg here, interlacing the hands underneath the thigh. Draw your attention to your navel so that we feel the stomach muscles tightening. And on an inhale, we'll bring the shoulders, bring the neck, bring the head forward towards the right knee. Feel your chin tuck slightly towards the chest. And hold and breathe. Continue to kick through that right heel. And if you want a little bit more in the posture, maybe we hover that left foot just a little bit above the mat. And draw the right knee closer towards the forehead. And hold and breathe 3 deep breaths. And if you find that the legs are starting to shake, that's good. The muscles are working. Gently lower the left leg, lower the head, lower the shoulders, and let's plant that right leg. Let the sole of the foot come towards the mat, and plant the left leg parallel to the right, and just windshield wiper out the knees, dropping the knees from one side of the mat to the other. And then inhale brings you right back to center. Let the right leg go long. Pull the left knee in towards the chest. Interlace your hands over that left shin. And hold and breathe, squeezing nice and tight towards the chest. When we squeeze and compress the body in any position, it squeezes the lymph nodes, squeezes the organs. And once we release, it's almost like a revamp of the circulation. It's that compression and then the release. It gets the body juicing. Allow your next exhale to gently guide the left knee over the right hip, over towards the right side of the mat. And extend the left arm out. The head can stay at center, just gazing up at the ceiling. If the neck is happy, maybe we take our gaze towards our left hand. And hold and breathe. And just simply observing which side of the body feels tighter. And this is a great posture to tell, because you'll start to see how far up the shoulder blade is on each side, or if it just rests right down on the mat. Ideally, we want to have it resting on the mat, even if you have to pull the leg and the hip out of the stretch a little bit, so that we can keep the torso as center as possible. Allow an inhale to bring that knee right back to center. Straighten that left leg. Interlace the hands behind the thigh. Relax the shoulders and circle out the left ankle. Circling in one direction and then the other. Point and flex the foot. Spread the toes wide and then squeeze them together. And then bring the foot right to stillness. Continue to kick through that heel. And once more, drawing our attention to the navel so that we tighten the abdomen. And as you inhale, lift the upper chest, simultaneously feeling the chin tuck towards the chest. Take your gaze towards your left knee and hold and breathe. And maybe we hover that right foot, even if it just comes a centimeter off the mat. And maybe we bring the left knee closer towards the forehead. Slowly lower that right foot, lower the upper chest, let the forehead come down. Release the leg, plant both of the feet on the mat, and once more just windshield wipering out the legs, and let the arms extend up overhead. And maybe we grab opposite elbows. As you inhale, bring the legs right back to center. And as you exhale, slowly rolling to one side so that you rest on your forearm in a fetal position. Bring the knees in towards the chest. And take 2 deep breaths here in this posture. And as you inhale, slowly push the body up so that we're in an easy seat. Feel the sit bones nice and stationed on the mat. Feel the navel come close to the spine so we can sit up nice and tall. And take the hands towards the knees. And the movement goes just like this, right from the hips, just gently circling out the spine. Moving with the speed of the breath, exhaling as we go over the hips and inhaling as we go all the way around. And really bend the elbows and allow yourself to accentuate the posture. And once you go over the hips, gently just shifting so that we rotate in the opposite direction. Inhale, bring the body right back to center. As you exhale, feel the chin come towards the chest. As you inhale, taking rotations from the neck, bring the ear towards the shoulder, all the way around, compressing the back of the neck, opposite ear to opposite shoulder, and all the way around. The inhale brings you around the world. The exhale brings the chin towards the chest. Just moving nice and slow with the speed of your breath. And the next time the chin comes towards the chest, just rotating in the opposite direction. Inhale, bring it right to stillness. Feel the navel lift. Feel the spine nice and straight. Feel the shoulders relax. Inhale deeply and sigh it out. Once more, inhale deeply and sigh it out. Let's come to tabletop position. And a couple things here in our tabletop. We want to make sure that the shoulders are directly over the wrist and that the wrists are parallel with the knees. And if you feel like you're dumping too far forward and there's a lot of pressure in the upper chest, just simply pull the hips back. And let's hold the posture for 2 breaths, just feeling the refinement of the pose. And I like to, from the palm of my hand, really apply that pressure and push up through the shoulder blades so that we can take that little divot out of the shoulder blades. And just simply taking cats and cows here. As you inhale, the chin comes forward, chest comes forward, gaze comes up. As you exhale, round the spine, bring the chin towards the chest. And just move at the speed of your breath. We're not doing anything fancy, just feeling the full mobility of the spine. As you inhale, the chest comes forward and the hands feel as if they're gripping the mat and dragging the mat back towards the body. As you exhale, the palms push the mat away. Inhale, bring the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine. The next time you inhale, we want to turn the toes out so that they're pushing into the mat, and lift the knees, lift the hips. Take your gaze back in between your big toes. And let the neck really come back. Feel the hips continuing to lift so that the body is an upside down V. And the more we focus on lifting the hips, the less pressure we take on the hands and on the shoulders and in the neck. And we want to let that core do a lot of the work. Beautiful. As you inhale, lift the right leg. Feel yourself kicking through the right heel. As you exhale, step the right foot through. Frame it with your hands. Stay low until you have your balance. You get your balance by focusing on the core. So feel the muscles tighten, feel the tailbone slightly tuck in. And I like to drag my foot in just so I've got nice footing on the padding of my foot. And as you inhale, bring the body up, bring the arms up. Feel the shoulders drop. Once more, feeling the core tighten, feeling a slight tuck in the tailbone. You see the difference between just the laxed body and the engaged body. Inhale, exhale, and hold here for 3 deep breaths. Let your next exhale bring that left hand down to meet the right foot. Extend the right arm up. Take your gaze towards your right hand. Hold and breathe. Exhale, drop that right hand. Inhale here. As you exhale, step that left foot forward to meet the right and just forward fold at the top of the mat. Feel the knees bend a lot so that we can release the hamstrings. And while you're down here, just checking out our feet, we want about a fist to a fist and a half between the feet. And feel the chin come in towards the chest. As you inhale, bring the hands towards the shins or towards the knees. Feel the hips draw back and take your gaze right down in front of you. Feel the shoulder blades pull back slightly. And the weight of the body is shifting more towards the toes and the top of the feet and less on the heels. As you exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, root to rise, slowly roll the body all the way up, bring the gaze up. As you exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Once more, inhale, the arms come down, back, and up. As you exhale, forward fold, let the hips come high. Step it back through plank. Simultaneously, as you're taking your plank, plank is very hard for a lot of people. We want to continue to focus on the core. As you exhale, bring it to downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left leg high, kick through that left heel. Inhale here. As you exhale, step that left foot through, hold it, find your balance, find the stability in your core, and then let an inhale bring the body up, and hold and breathe. 3 deep breaths. As you exhale, let the right hand meet the left leg. Let the left arm come up. Take your gaze towards your left hand. As you exhale, plant the left hand. Inhale here. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Forward fold at the top of the mat. This time we want to bring the toes and the feet very close together. Bend the knees a lot. Let's swing the arms behind us so that as you inhale, bring it up to chair pose. Arms extend out in front of the body. And feel the tailbone tuck. And you can see the difference in the hips protruding versus me tucking the pelvis in. It takes a lot of weight off of the lower back. And inhale, bring it all the way up, maybe getting a little baby back bend. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. As you exhale, drop the right hand down the right side of the body, extend through the left side body. As you inhale, bring the arms up overhead, drop the left hand down, extend through the right side of the body. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back through either Vinyasa and we'll meet in downward facing dog. So if you take your Vinyasa, you'll come to plank. Slowly lower down through Chaturanga so that the body's just a couple of inches above the mat. And then gently dropping the body down, bring the forehead towards the mat. Feel the elbows nice and tightly tucked in towards the rib cage. And then inhale either through up dog or cobra. And then exhale, turn the toes out. Bring it back to downward facing dog. And slowly bend the knees. Bring it into a child's pose. Let the big toes touch and let the forehead come towards the mat. And in your own time, just gently rolling to one side and coming to lie all the way flat on your back. And finishing where we started, lying flat on the back. Let the palms turn up towards the ceiling. And just integrating the movement, slowing the heart rate down. And taking any last postures the body feels like it needs. And in your own time, welcoming Shavasana. And you're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. It's recommended to take at least 8 to 10 minutes at the least. But to come out of it, you'll start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, turn the corners of the mouth up so that the body is smiling like a happy yogi. Turn the neck side to side. And as you inhale, extend the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. And as you exhale, pull the knees in towards the chest and just roll onto one side. And gently push yourself up into an easy seat. And take the hands to prayer at the center of the heart. The light in me sees and honors and appreciates the light in you. Namaste.